Hey there everybody, Eric from Outer Limitless coming at you today with another video. Now today I'm going to mix it up a little bit. It's time to talk a little bit about some power tools. Now I'm right in the middle of my video studio / office build, and while I've been at it, I ran into a little bit of a problem with my battery powered power tools. So I'm generally a fan of Makita. I have a bunch of their tools. I have a whole bunch of their power tools and a good assortment of their battery operated power tools. And so at this point, basically all my factory batteries have died on me. Now I have 4 factory batteries here that have died and they will no longer charge. I actually even had a 5th that died earlier on. So I completely ran out of juice right in the middle of my project. Had me a little bit bummed out because I knew these batteries were extremely expensive. I mean, there's nothing worse than being in the middle of your project and hearing this sound. And so I had to do something about my situation, and I reached out to the good old interwebs, and I found myself a nice aftermarket flag power battery. Now, just for the sake of this discussion, 2 of the original factory Makita batteries, and the ones that I have are the 3 amp hour batteries, can range anywhere in a 2-pack for between 120 and 160 bucks. So there is a quite hefty price tag on these. So the ability to find a good quality aftermarket battery is definitely a bonus. Now this flag power battery was 36 bucks shipped. So that's less than half the price depending on where you're going to buy your batteries from. And that to me definitely says something. But I was a little bit concerned up front, so I only bought one. I didn't know what to expect. I figured I'd buy one, see how it behaved, and go from there. So again, this is a 5 amp hour battery versus the original factory batteries that I had that were 3 amp hour. Now just comparing these side by side, in terms of the construction, they're very, very similar. Obviously the markings are a little bit different, but the overall shape and size is very, very similar. Looking at these from the top, again, extremely similar in terms of their overall construction. And that actually works out quite well because when you go to fit this on the tool, you'll see it is actually almost a factory fit. Now, one of the concerns I've seen people have in the past is with the release button. Now, I can tell you both of these act almost identically. On this Aftermarket, you can hear just a tiny bit of a squeak, but at the same time, it does fully depress. And I think that's one of the key points, is that it completely depresses all the way down so that you get a full release of this mechanism coming off of your tool. Now, in terms of the overall fit, it literally fits identical to the original batteries. Slides on and off with ease. Both have almost an identical click. On the factory battery, there's absolutely no rattle. And on this aftermarket battery, equally good fit. No rattle. Nice and tight. And for me right now, the most important thing, I actually have some juice. I can recharge this. It works just fine. Works perfect with my factory charger. Seems to take on a full charge, and I've had no problem at all. Now, one last thing worth noting. Now that I have the 5 amp hour battery versus the 3 amp hour, I do get a little bit more oomph It's funny because the first time I fired up my tools, the tool does have a light on the front of it, and I noticed that the light was brighter right away. So that to me is an indication that more juice is actually making it to the tool, and I wonder if it also gives me a little more stabbing power. So that was just an example with the impact gun, and now the drill. So alright guys, that was just a quick look at the Flag Power aftermarket replacement battery for my Makita tool set. You know, I was a little bit worried at first when my batteries ran out of juice and I couldn't charge them. I was looking for a good economical way to get my hands on a good replacement battery. I tried all kinds of different things. I tried to look at replacement original batteries. I tried to look at new tool sets that came with the batteries. I couldn't find anything that seemed to me to be a good economical solution, so I figured I'd try Aftermarket, and I'm glad I did. So alright guys, thanks for stopping by. I hope you like what you saw. I hope you found it a little bit informative. If you like what you saw, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for stopping by. Take care now. I'll see you soon.